So hello and welcome to another review. Today's going to be slightly different. This review is not necessarily camera based. This is a camera assistance, I think. I think this review is going to be really interesting for those people that need a little bit of help and a little bit of assistance with their photography. And I'll explain more once I get going, because I've got to unpack that and get it built first. And then I'll explain exactly what it is I've got to show you. Done. There it is. What do you think of that? Eskute Wayfarer. This is the future for photography. Maybe not, maybe it is, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to take this out and test it. This is for Denise, she's going to ride this. It's also for me as well. One thing I've got to say about this bike is this could open up some doorways to people. This could make it a little bit easier to travel with, to get out, to travel further. It's an electric bike. I'm going to give you all the specs for it when we're out on the road. I've got to do some testing, I've got to clean the brakes. I've literally just thrown it together, and I just want to make sure everything's done up nice and tight. I'm going to clean the brakes off, make sure there's no oil on them for transport, and yeah, get it bedded in. I'm going to make sure it's charged up as well, because it's electric, so it's going to take some charging. It says 5 to 6 hours fully charge. So I'm going to get it on charge, and then this afternoon we're going to take it out and give it a spin. Never been on an electric bike before, so I'm interested to see what it's capable of doing. It's a pedal assist, so as you ride it assists. It's got 5 different pedal powers. It's got a 7-gear Shimano derailleur on the back. So yeah, I'm not a bike expert by any chance, not a bike expert. I've got a mountain bike which I ride. I'm going to take that out while Denise is riding this. This should help Denise keeping up with me when I'm riding my bike. And yeah, for photography, it's just a case, you've got a rack on the back, you can chuck your camera bag on the back, and you can ride all the way along the beach. You can probably ride up some hills slightly with it and stuff like that. It's got puncture-proof tyres as well, which is pretty cool. This is more of a road bike. They do a mountain bike as well, which is the Voyager. So yeah, I'm going to talk about this. I'm on the road and see what it actually does, because I've got no idea what it does, but I'm hoping this is going to help some of you guys do the walking or do the distance to get those photographs. I really do. So yeah, let's see how it fares out. So I would like to add that before I get out and ride, and excuse the sun in my eyes because it's really bright and the sun's actually out, which is quite nice. So yeah, bearing in mind it comes with its own little toolkit, which I've got here, spanners, screwdriver, all in a little bag, and I've used that to actually assemble this. Now, I timed myself and I started at about 22 minutes past, and when I finished videoing and talking to you it was 50. So I reckon it took me about 25 minutes to put it together, which isn't bad considering I did not read the instructions. I have not had the instructions out of the bag. I literally just put it together. Now I do know a little bit about bikes. I've got a mountain bike on my own, and I do know, about how to put the front wheel in. I struggled with getting the disc brake. They're 160mm disc brakes, which is quite cool. I struggled to get them in, but I realised that I still had the tape on the front handbrake, on the front brake. So yeah, I had to take that off, and it just went in dead easy. So yeah, they're quick release, so they come out for dead speedy and everything. You do actually get in the box as well. I'm just going to mention this before we go out because I want to show you. You've got your charger, so you can plug that in with a normal UK plug straight in the back. That's for charging the battery. And it also comes with this. This is a grip for like an accelerator. Now you can take your right hand grip off and you can plug this on and it becomes a twist grip, but I don't think it's legal in this country. I think that makes it a scooter or a moped, so we won't be fitting that. So yeah, I didn't even get the instructions out. I'm going to put these tools away before I lose them, and I'm going to keep these little plastic parts. This comes off the bottom of the forks, so if you ever don't want to transport it around, keep that. You can plug it back in the bottom of the forks, and they went in the side of the wheels to protect the threads in the side of the wheels. So yeah, I'm going to keep those, put them in the box, take them away, check this up, check all the nuts and bolts, and let's get Mrs. C on it and see what she thinks. actually use the power, babe, so I can get an idea of what it's doing. Oh shit. Now you can use your normal gears now. You can use your normal gears. And as you pedal, it'll go up to 15 mile an hour max, that's what it'll do.
It takes a bit, that's a bit of getting used to.
Right, so we are out on the bikes at the moment, and Denise has got the power assisted bike, the Eskute, and I'm out on my own mountain bike, as you can see, with no electric power whatsoever. And I've had a go of it outside the house, and it's pretty cool. You put it in level one, and the second you start pedaling, it starts to go off on its own, and I'm quite impressed. But the second you stop pedaling, it stops, or it slows down. The gears, you know, actually disengages. It's got a 550 watt brushless motor in it, and it's pretty awesome, to be honest. So we're just doing a bit of a run and a bit of a test with Denise riding the bike. Hiya. So let's see what it's like up the canal with her pedaling. What gear are you in, dear?
I'm in third, but as soon as you stop pedaling.
She's riding off without me. See, I can't even keep up with her.
As soon as you stop the pedaling, the bike just stops. So you've got like complete control of the bike all the time. As soon as you start pedaling, there you go. She kicks in. She's off. See you later.
Bye. Pretty awesome, isn't it? So like that. See, so as soon as she's done one turn of the pedals, the bike just shut off. And I think she's only in level 1. So at level 5, it'd be really good for getting her up the hills and
I'm only on level
pulling
1
her
on
along.
the
Yeah, she's in
bike.
level 1. So yeah, pretty awesome.
It's like having a turbo boost.
What's the horn like? Woohoo! Give it some beep.
No, not along here, because people live along here.
It's also got a light switch on the front, I noticed, as well, so you can switch your lights on.
Look at that, that's cool. It's great for when you need, you know, like when we were coming up the bank just, where the gent was just stood there talking, you know, looking for something. And I came around him. As soon as you start pedaling, that's it, it gives you that oomph just to get past.
Yeah.
So you just have to be aware and, you know.
That there's power in it.
Yeah, that there's power in it. So like now, there you go, I'm off. See ya.
She's off. I mean, I've just got to put the boot down and try and keep up with her then. So it does make a lot of difference. You can barely hear the motor in it. Thank you. You can barely hear the motor in it. It's really quiet. And I think it looks well stylish as well. It's got that proper retro European style to it. And I've set it up for Denise at the moment as well, so she can, she's nice and comfortable.
I'm going to try it on the grass, see where how it takes off on the grass.
All right.
Okay.
It's got puncture-proof tyres as well. It's got these ceramic tyres, which is pretty good as well. So they've got these puncture-proof tyres, which is supposed to eliminate any problems we get with it. Thank you.
Which way you going, doggy? That's actually pretty good on the grass. Just takes off. It's quite good. Right, go on, I'm going to go on the grass around here.
So yeah, you can see I'm having to put the effort in to pedal, and she's not having to put any effort in whatsoever. She's just coming up behind me. Put it in level 3, babe, try that.
Geez, no, I'll probably do a wheelie. While I'm just getting used to the bike, it's making sure that you allow that little bit of distance between, you know, ready for when it kicks in. The electric side of it, when it kicks in.
It's got a nice spongy seat on it as well, which is pretty good. A nice spongy seat, so it's not so uncomfortable for her to ride as well. Right, I'm going to have to go across these bumpy bits in a minute. So let's see how this camera fares on the bumpy bits. I've got a GoPro. Got a GoPro in my hand.
This is when you're going to have to be careful though, when the ground's a bit uneven like this, next to the canal.
See how you get on. I'm going to try this one-handed.
Yeah, I think I might just switch the power off for this bit, because...
Just remember to use your brakes, that's what it's for.
I actually just switched the power off for that bit, purely because there's nothing between me and the canal, and if all of a sudden...
Yeah, and we know she nearly
it
fell in the
went
canal
off.
once riding her own bike.
Right, power's back on.
Apparently they're not waterproof if you're dumping them in water. They're okay in the rain, but they're not supposed to be in the water, so we don't do that. Right, I'm going to take over in a minute. I'm going to ride it up the slope and see what it's like going up slopes. So I'll catch up here in a sec when we find a slope. Right, the other thing it's got on the front of this bike, and I found this as a little slope to bit of a test, so I'm going to give it a bit of a ride. Now, it's quite a big bike. It looks quite big. It's got 28-inch wheels, so it's quite a big bike, but this step through is pretty good, especially for ladies. The power assist, if you want to walk with a bike and you've got stuff in your hand, if you press and hold the minus button, it suddenly walks off on its own. And it's actually going on its own now without me actually touching it, so it's pretty good. If you're carrying and you're sort of walking with it. So I'm going to take it down the slope, I'm going to power it up the slope and see how it fares on that.
Absolutely. Let's go for a 3.
Right, so Denise has gone down the hill now to try it out herself, so she gets an idea of what it feels like.
That's
and
pretty cool.
She's going like a lunatic.
And there he is. As soon as you stop pedalling, that's it. You're back to
It's good, isn't it?
Well. Yeah, that's good.
It makes going up hills so easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you get it into?
3.
3. Good?
Yeah. Very good. Just put it in 0 for a minute. You just have to wait and make sure that there's nobody coming the other way.
I know, it's pretty
it
powerful.
Just take off, yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to take my bike up this slope here. There's a little bit of a slope and it's quite tight when you go round onto the bridge. So I'm going to take it up onto the bridge and bring it back round. Now I know how difficult it is in this. I've got to get it right in a low gear. Then I'm going to come back down and try it on that and see what the difference is. So I think that's going to breeze.
Usually have to, when we've done this in the past, I usually have to be
get
giving it, well
yeah.
no, I either have to give it some welly to get up and over or get off, don't I? But
Yep, definitely.
so do it on your own.
So I know I have to
first.
go into a low gear for this. So I'm going to drop right down into a low gear. And I'm going to probably have to get off my seat and get over the top. When I'm over the top, it's not too bad. So I'm going to come back over, swap bikes and give it a go. And again, I'm a little bit of a daredevil like I am in my landscape videos, so I do like to try different things. Ugh. Right, let's leave that there. Leave that with the wife. Let's give this a bash. I'm going to try it on level, let's take the stand off, I'm going to try it on level 3. Now bearing in mind this is not a mountain bike, it's a road bike, what you're on level 4. So I'm going to put this on power assist 3 and see what this does. Knock down my gears. Oh, we're off already. I'm going to go down into 2, down to 1, 3, pulling me up, I'm still standing down. It's so easy. I haven't even got off the seat. That is super crazy. That is super crazy. Right, I'm going to turn it round. Bearing in mind this is a bike that neither me or Denise is actually used to riding. We're literally just straight out. With these disc brakes as well, and they're bedding in now with the disc brakes, it's great. That was so easy. I didn't even get out of the seat. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So normally we get to this little spot, which is this bridge here, number 93. We then take the bikes up the steps, over the top. There's a little gravel path. I'm going to take it up the gravel path, see how it works on the gravel as well. And then up through the gate, and we're taking around the back of Dorford Hall and getting some nice photographs of it up there. And then we're going to go and get it muddy. But yeah, this is one of the things with it. I'm going to see how Denise gets on with it. It's quite a heavy bike. It's 25 kilograms, which compared to mine is quite a lot. So see how she manages it. It's quite big. You can see on Denise.
I'm quite small.
It's really tall,
in
and it's quite a big bike, which is really nice for riding, but not so easy for carrying up and down steps. So see how you get on with getting it up there. If you start to struggle, I'll come and take it off you.
The biggest thing for me,
I think it's pushing it rather than trying to lift it.
Well, yeah.
Because it is 25 kilos.
I can lift it.
Yeah, you're managing all right, aren't you?
Yeah.
Short steps.
Bit tight round that corner. Because it is quite a tight little bend. But it's, if I can manage it.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you're only what, 4 foot?
5'2".
5'2". I thought you
Yeah.
were going to say 4
I am
foot
stronger
9.
than I look. I'm stronger than I look, but it's manageable. Just short, sharp bursts, you know.
Cool. Right, I'm coming up. Right, so I actually made some notes. I brought some specs for you. Retail price of this is $999, and it's actually down to $899 at the moment, and I think there's even a discount on that. So yeah, just short of £1,000, but to me, well worth it. It's called a Wayfarer electric hybrid city bike. It's got a 250 watt brushless gear motor. Its maximum limit is 15 miles per hour, which is about 25 kilometers, something like that, which is legal. It's got a 36 volt 10 amp lithium ion battery, and it will do about 40 miles. It tells you on here, but obviously some different power settings you can have it on and stuff like that. It's a 360 watt hours total battery capacity, and I did just say now it's 25 kilograms. On the top you've got a display unit. It gives you your trip, it gives you your kilometers per hour, it gives you how far we've done, and we've only done 3.9 kilometers on it so far, and it's still on full charge. So there's a little button on down here on the actual battery, which is there, which tells you how many battery levels there are, little buttons on the side of it. Obviously it's got the speedo at the moment, and it is in kilometers per hour, so I need to try and work out how to change it over to miles per hour, but give us an idea how it works. What else have we got on here? Yeah, 7-speed Shimano rear gears, which are quite good quality, I think, Shimano's. It's got a KMC chain. It's supposed to be a rustless chain, so we'll see how that works in the future. 160mm Tektro M311 disc brakes. I don't know if that means anything to you if you're a biker. It's got rubber grips. The rubber grips seem all right. They seem quite comfortable, all right so far.
Yeah, to be honest, when I'm on it, now I've got kind of used to it, because
it's quite a nice high up in it.
It's bigger than my normal bike, but now I've ridden it just that short distance. Just feels like a normal bike.
It's got front shockers on it, which are strong, just says strong shockers, Shorbers. So I don't know what make they are. Say I don't know specs and things like that, but they seem to be all right. Take a little bit of the old bumps out. I'm just going to ride it down this bumpy path in a minute. It's quite quick to see how it goes, feels like. And it's got a front headlight and a rear headlight, and like Denise has already tested the horn, which is pretty good and pretty loud. It is IP5 waterproof, which means it's going to be all right in the rain. It's going to be all right in showers. It's going to be right, you know, as long as you don't drop it in the sea or drop it in rivers. It's not really designed for riding through rivers, so I probably wouldn't do that anyway. Maximum payload of 120 kilograms, and this rack on the back will take 25 kilograms, so that's pretty good. You can put your camera bag or your sandwiches or whatever on the back there. Pretty much that's all I can tell you. 28-inch wheels and aluminium alloy brakes. So yeah, loads of specs on there. I'll put all the specs up on the screen anyway, and links to the bike. Very impressed so far. I've never had an electric bike, never even been on one, and to get me over that little hill over there is very impressive, still in the saddle. And if Denise can ride it,
I think for me as well, it looks like a normal bike.
It does.
So it doesn't kind of stand out as being
the battery.
Anything,
I will show you the battery. Let's get the key. It comes with its key, which I'm not going to drop in the river, which is why I put this spongy thing on there. But the battery's here. So it comes with a pair of keys to take the battery off. So you just literally undo the key like that, take that out, lift it out, and that's your battery. So you can actually charge this indoors. One downside for me personally, if I'm going to be taking this in the back of my van, the one downside is it doesn't come with a car charger. So you have to have power, but the good thing is I've got the Jackery power banks. I don't know if you can see me down there. I don't know whether sorry, but the Jackery power bank's really good because I can use that to power it. But yeah, it could do with a car charger, so definitely worth Eskute. Have a look at that, send it with a car charger. So yeah, let's carry on, let's do a bit more riding and go and get some photographs of it. Right, so I'm going to rag it down here now, and then I'm going to turn around and rag it back up, just to see what it's like and giving it a little bit of pressure. So I'm in gear 2, and away we go. Woo! Gear 2, and it's flying. That's pretty pokey. And now I'm going to turn it round and go back the other direction. Alright, let's find a spot to turn round. Flip it round and rag it back the other direction. Straight back in, gear 2, put the old gears up. I'm up to gear 4 on the manuals and it's flying along. This thing's brilliant. A little bit of the power assist and the gear free. Woohoo! That goes pretty well. I'm quite impressed with that. If you wanted to beat the traffic off the roundabout, it's definitely the one to use. Right, follow me, boo. Okay. Alright, you can see Denise is coming now.
I'm
I've
coming.
got to change gears on my bike, and I've actually got a pedal this time. I can hear her beeping. See, I'm struggling now. I've got a pedal, and she's right up behind me. Are you putting any effort in? You putting any effort in?
Nope.
Oh, stinging nettles. Ah! Right, I've got to get through the gate. That was crazy.
That was awesome.
Definitely not going to lose her anymore. Safe. Right, we're going to head off now down that way. I'm going to try and keep up with her. When we get about halfway down, we'll stop and take a few pictures and have another quick chat. Go for it.
Yeah, it's fair enough, isn't it?
It is very, very good. Oh, and I'm in the wrong gear and she's gone.
I'm in too. Bye.
Oh, I'll catch up with her. I might be out of breath, but I'll catch up with her.
It's great, you can go for higher gear, so you're not pedaling like mad. Just whack it up. Power assist, see ya.
Jeez.
Should we go faster?
Erase you. Bye.
See ya, wouldn't want to be here. Yeah. Oh.
You feel confident on it, I know that, because you're not very confident on a bike, are you?
Well, it's not clumsy. It feels quite light once you're on it. For the size compared to me.
Yeah.
It's not a clumsy bike. Actually,
I reckon it could definitely assist photographers and that, and people walking and hiking, getting out a bit further, couldn't it? Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, something like this, obviously, you'd have to, I don't know how far it'd go, sort of taking it up mountain paths and stuff like that.
Well, if it says 40 miles, you can only get sort of 20, 30 miles out of it, aren't you?
But even, you know, some people don't want to go up mountains.
No.
Some people just want to go out, get 15, 20 miles.
Get you along the canal, like last week when we were on holiday, take us along the beach, go a bit further. Yeah, no, really, really good. Yeah,
gives you...
Big thumbs up from us, definitely a big thumbs up. We are heading down towards the other end of Dorford Hall, and yeah, hopefully this is going to handle in the mud as well. I'm on mine, Denise has got the Wayfarer, she's behind me. I'm going to put her in front in a minute, I'm going to follow her through the mud and see how she gets on. But it's normally a bit muddy and a bit bumpy down this little section, and it's got full mud guards on it, which should be quite good, because she's wearing a white t-shirt. So I can't talk and hold the camera and ride at the same time. So let's see how we get on through here. Woo! It's over to you, babe. You can run the commentary, how nice and unbumpy it is. It's got front suspension, hasn't it? So that should take up some of it.
It's got front suspension, so it's taking out some of it. So we'll see in a sec.
God, this used to be a big lane.
Ah, nettles!
Ah, yeah. It used to be a big lane, this, with 2 tracks. What's happened? Woohoo! Ouch, stinging nettles. All right. Right, so what's your consensus then, dear?
Well, I must admit, I got away with that one quite easily because that's dry.
It's dry and there's no
But
mud,
my
yeah.
God, that's an overgrown lane now. That's unbelievable. I've
Right,
got more nettle stings on my legs than I've ever had.
Right, so I'm going to stop there. That's probably been plenty. The Eskute
I'll tell you what we
Wayfarer.
could do.
Go on.
If we go that way, the lane there, Tally-Ho Lane, it takes you down and
I
right
haven't
up.
got any electric.
I know, I have. Shall we go?
She wants a quick ride round, so I'm going to finish the video here. We're going to go this direction. We're going to take us down a few bumps and round. We're just going to give it a bit longer ride. She's quite keen on using it now. Look at her.
I just think this would be a good test because you've got the dip that goes right down.
Normally by this time she's like, come on, let's go home. I've had enough.
Yeah, let's go this way. Come on.
Right, I'm going to end the video here, and yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I have landscape videos normally on a Wednesday and a Sunday. So yeah, I'm very impressed with this bike, I've got to admit. Quite pleased with it, and Denise likes it, which is a win-win every single time. So I'm going to go and get my exercise now, and yeah, see you on the next review. But definitely if you want to get out and you want to do a bit of landscape photography and you are struggling to get out and to walk, I really do think something like this electric bike will really help you get those extra few feet, extra few miles. Yeah, very impressed. Ciao for now, see you soon. Say bye, wife.
Bye, see you later. Come on.
There's a tractor coming!